This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 510 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by ECOGOLD, leader in equine textile engineering. Hi, Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is from Dr. Wendy Ying. Dr. Ying is the co-host of the driving radio show here on the Horse Radio Network, as well as one of the few female competition four-in-hand drivers in the world. She's a veterinarian and also practices traditional Chinese medicine. Today's tip is the fifth in a 7-part series about the 5 elements of Chinese medicine. Today's element, metal. But first, a word from today's sponsor, ECOGOLD. ECOGOLD is a team of experts in the field of textile engineering with more than 50 years of experience in high-performance fabrics. Top international riders like Philip Dutton, Karen O'Connor, McLean Ward, Scott Stewart, Sean French, Ashley Holzer, and many more ride in their state-of-the-art saddle pads and help them develop new products at ECOGOLD. In high-level sports, the right product can give an athlete a competitive edge. And in recent years, there have been several developments in textiles. Just think of sports like hiking, skiing, or cycling, and garments using things like Lycra, Teflon, and Gore-Tex. How about using those high-tech fabrics and smart engineering to improve the performance of our equine athletes? Well, that's where ECOGOLD comes in. With their expertise and contacts in the textile industry, they are able to bring the latest developments in technology to the equestrian market and make the most advanced products to give the horses competitive edge. And they don't have a one-size-fits-all mentality. They use different technologies and different solutions to solve different issues. So ask for ECOGOLD saddle pads and protective boots by name at your local tack store, or visit them online at ecogold.ca. Now, enjoy today's tip.
It is time for Dr. Ying's Chinese Medicine Update. And of course, for the last several weeks, and people have really been getting into this on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Driving Radio Show, into the 5 elements of traditional Chinese medicine. And we've gone through 3 of the elements now, and we're going to be talking about the 4th. If you missed this previous segment, go back and listen to the previous shows. It's very easy to do. Just go to drivingradioshow.com, and you can listen to the previous shows right there and get caught up. So today, what element are we talking about?
Today we're talking about the metal element, Glenn. And so far we've talked about
these
wood.
People are cold and hard.
No, these people are not cold and hard. And that's another thing. It's not like just a steadfast rule. It's like their dominant personality.
Okay, so tell us about metal. I'm sorry.
So don't be so derogatory about metal, because I'm going to tell you something about metal later on that you'll feel guilty about saying that they're cold and hard.
Okay.
So basically, metals are very structured. You know, like just like when you're looking at like something made by a machine, you'll see straight lines, whereas in nature you tend to see curves. So metals are very structured, and they like organization. And they like to know what the rules are, and they like to follow the rules. So they're rule followers, and they feel very comfortable once they get, doing a certain task. But they don't like to change. So they have a little bit of difficulty changing. So metals, for the most part, make the best performance animals. And I'm sure a lot of Carol's animals are metals because they learn very quickly. But the thing is, with metals, like say you have a Western horse and you want to change it to do like show jumping, that's a hard transition for them to make because they know their job is like, Western pleasure. So to go to a new job, it's hard to make that transition, and it might take a little force to make the transition. But once they make it, they're like, okay, well, here are my new rules, and I'm happy to follow them.
Now, I think you're describing my wife, by the way.
I am. That's why I thought you would feel very guilty saying they're cold and hard.
Yeah, okay. Now I have to take that back.
Then I was like, now we're both going to get fired.
Well, you described her to the T.
But you know what? Metals are great. Like, when I finish all the elements, I'll go back and talk about the interactions. But for now, like the reason that Jennifer is really great for you is because you're a fire. So it's sometimes hard for you to pay attention, but the metal can keep you on track. You see? So that works well together.
And Nupafeed supplements, too, probably.
And Nupafeed supplements can keep you paying attention. So then Jennifer can get less exasperated when you're
now,
with your
metals,
ADD.
what kind of... So, what kind of horse should a metal have? Should they have
For
fires?
a metal person? A metal person?
Yeah, a metal person. What kind of horse would they have?
Yeah, they can do really well with a fire horse because they can, like fire kind of needs to be like, hey, listen, we're doing something here, not just like, look at this, look,
Right.
They helps them pay attention. But also one of the things that metals have is that they get kind of blue sometimes. Like it's very easy for them to be a little bit depressed because they're serious. So the fire will lighten them up a little bit. The fire kind of brings out their happy personality.
It is so funny that you're saying this because the horse that she has always gone for in her life are the wacko thoroughbreds that are just nuts.
Right.
So that makes sense.
It gives her. She's like, I can help you. Here are the rules.
Right.
Let's follow these. And she doesn't get mad when they don't pay attention.
No, you're absolutely right.
Brings them back into the guidelines. And they enjoy doing that. They enjoy, like, structuring other people's lives, too. Like, that gives them a lot of fun.
She tries to do that with me, but she says it's sort of like putting a ping pong ball in the washing machine. Just keeps going around and around and around and doesn't stop. So.
But if you notice, she is with you.
It's true.
So she likes that.
She says I make her life fun.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Because since you're fire and you're kind of wild, they like that because they don't necessarily want to be wild, but they enjoy the wild aspect of it. You know?
Interesting.
So that the metal and fire is a very good combination. And also a metal is very, very good with the water, which I'm going to talk about next week, but waters are a little bit nervous and they like to know that there's somebody there to help them.
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly if you're a water and you're a little bit dependent, so they're a little bit dependent, they would want somebody not like me. That would be bad. Fire and water don't go together.
Yeah, because to them, they'd be like, hey, the water would be like, I don't think you're paying attention. It's like, here's a perfect example.
And they'd be right.
I shouldn't really tell it on the radio, but I was driving these friends of mine somewhere in the car, and they had never been in the car with me before. And, so I'm driving, and I'm texting, and I'm not really paying attention. I'm changing lanes without using my blinker.
First of all, naughty girl.
I know. But I could tell, the person with me is a metal and the other one's a water. And they were like, the water was gripping onto the seatbelt really tight. And the metal, I could just hear it going, every time I did something. So
they're never letting you drive again, are they?
No. But they don't have a car, so they're trapped with me.
That's funny.
Well, there you go. I guess being a metal isn't so bad after all. Thanks to Wendy and Glenn the Geek for bringing us that tip today. To listen to all of Wendy's tips, just go to horsetipdaily.com and go to the Experts drop-down menu on the left side of the page. All of our experts are there, alphabetized and easy to find, and Glenn the Geek is there as well. You can also go to Wendy's website at www.sportcobb.com and see what she's up to. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like to hear us cover. You can subscribe to all of the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse! The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.